Hey, what's good, y'all? Coach Colin Costello back with another video. And in today's video, I'm actually going to give you the top 5 basketball apps that every hooper needs to have. All right, so obviously most of us are on lockdown all over the world. So today what I wanted to do is bring you a video that's a little bit different, but really will still help your game by giving you the best technology that's gonna help you get there. So today's video is brought to you by my guys over at the Band app. All right, so I got the idea for this video once the guys at the Band app actually reached out to me and wanted to do a sponsored video. Now, with every sponsorship we ever do on Shotmechanics, we only do things that we actually like. So once Band hit me up, I decided, hey, I'm gonna check them out, see what they're all about, and I absolutely fell in love with the app, and it's one of the best organizational tools that I'm gonna use going forward. And what a lot of hoopers don't realize is you can actually use organizational tools to make you a better hooper as well. So now that the Band app is one of my go-to apps, I'm gonna talk a little bit about them, and then the 4 other apps that I think every hooper needs to have to improve their game, to improve their style, and to improve their gear. All right, so for number 1, we've got to start with the Band app. Not only are they sponsoring the video, but they're also one of my favorite apps that you can actually use for groups to get better. So one thing that I'm going to use the Band app for is for my 8th grade team that I train and coach just for fun, to put them all in one spot so we can all get better. I can give them workouts, we can communicate, we can talk about practice schedules, all that sort of great stuff. And the thing that's phenomenal about the Band app is it has a ton of features and it's 100% free. You never have to charge for it. And like I mentioned, this is also a fantastic tool for all the coaches and trainers out there. They're trying to communicate with their groups or their teams, but have a hard time doing it, right? With my 8th grade team I coach, we're kind of in like this gigantic group chat, before the Band app came along. And it makes it really hard to tell who's replying to who, for me to tell them what sort of workouts they need to work on and all that sort of good stuff. So with the Band app, now that I can drop in videos and I can drop in pictures and I can specifically reply to individual athletes, it makes it so much easier for this group communication, and I can tell you what, our game's gonna get better because of it. So the Band app is super sick. All you gotta do is click the top link in the description down below to download it 100% free and start your groups today and start your communication off right. If there's one thing we can do being in quarantine and isolation, it's to be better at communication, because the better you are at communication, the better your game's gonna get. So app number 1, the Band app, download it down below, and big shouts to them for supporting what we do. Because they do that, it allows us to bring you all the rest of the free content. All right, so moving on to app number 2 that every single hooper needs is the Max One AI Smart Coach. Now, you might have seen me promote Max One in the past, and they're some of my favorite people when it comes to actual virtual training, because it's really, artificial intelligence that's gonna help you get the perfect jump shot. Basically, you upload a video of you shooting, it reads your body biomechanics, and it tells you scientifically what you need to fix to get better on your jump shot. So the guys at Max One are absolutely fantastic, and it's an app that you're not gonna wanna miss as a hooper, because you get a free shot assessment the very first time you use it, 100% free as well. So hey, at Shotmechanics, we're all about free value. We got the Band app, 100% free. We got a free analysis from Max One. So all you gotta do is check out them in the link in the description down below and ensure that you're getting your game right with Max One. All right, so app number 3 that all hoopers should have, and especially if you're a coach or a tournament director, is the Turning Machine app. And this is basically a tournament scheduler, right? So a lot of you guys maybe already use it, and if you haven't, it's one of the best pieces of app and kind of software for organizations to run tournaments, right? So, and by having this, you're able to put a bunch of different schedules out there, schedule different gyms and times and update scores and point differential and all that sort of stuff. Pretty much all the tournaments we play in, that 8th grade team that I coach, they schedule on the Turning Machine, and I gotta tell you, it is one of the best apps out there. So what you wanna do is you wanna download it, and if you don't use it for your current tournaments, what I would highly recommend is tell whoever it is who does to start using it, because it's also 100% free. We like free at Shotmechanics, right? And then that way you can have a much better, kind of scheduled tournament. Everything's super easy in one spot. You can tell what time you play, what gym you play, who you play. You can see how the other teams did against you. And this kind of, old school, put a bracket on the wall, fill it in with Sharpie, that is no more with the Turning Machine. So it's one piece of, kind of app software that I absolutely love, and as a coach makes it a lot easier to work with. So if you're a player, you know, this one's maybe not 100% for you, although I would highly recommend you pass this on to your coach so they can get it in the right hands and the right information, because it makes life so much easier, especially in today's age where you're playing so many AAU tournaments, and especially with the coronavirus stuff, we're probably going to be playing a lot of AAU tournaments kind of slammed into a small time window. So the Turning Machine app, that's app number 3 that I really think all hoopers need to have. All right, so app number 4 is the Huddle app. Now, a lot of you kind of older high school players might know what Huddle is, but if you're a junior high or, you know, maybe an early high school player, it's an app that you're probably going to want to jump on sooner rather than later. And basically what Huddle allows you to do is, you know, put all your highlights and all your game footage all in one spot that's really easy to share, so coaches can find you, you can start getting recruited and do all that sort of stuff. So, you know, video is so important in today's landscape when it comes to basketball. If you want to play at the next level, you're going to need to have highlights, you're going to need to have clips, you're going to need to have game footage for coaches to be able to see. That's just the world we live in now. So with Huddle, it allows you to easily do it and allows it all to be in one spot. And that's actually the spot where a lot of, you know, college coaches and even some of the AAU coaches, when they're looking to make their teams, start doing a ton of research for players. So what I would do is I would definitely download Huddle and I would start your account, and I would really make sure that you're starting to add in a lot of that game footage. That way, by the time you're ready to get recruited, let's say junior year, senior year of high school or whatever it is, there's actually going to be stuff there and you're not going to be scrambling trying to put just like 1 or 2 games into it, right? It's all about preparation. It's all about doing things in advance. And a lot of hoopers don't think about it until it's too late. And that's one reason why I love Huddle, is it allows you to keep everything in one spot and you're not just sending them to a cheesy YouTube channel or something like that. It's really easy to use and most of the coaches are already familiar with it. So 100% you got to check out Huddle. That's another one that hoopers need, and you probably need it earlier than you probably think. All right, so the next app that I think every hooper needs, that it's not necessarily going to help your game, but it's going to help you look better and it's going to help you save money, is the StockX app. Now, a lot of you guys have probably heard of this before, but it's basically kind of like a, you know, sneaker buying place where everything's authenticated and you can see what's the best price. You can kind of track different prices and do a lot of cool stuff like that. So it's my go-to spot for buying sneakers, especially if I'm going to drop a little bit of extra cash, because I know that number 1, it's going to be legit. Number 2, it's going to be super high quality. And number 3, they've really kind of changed the sneaker game and the sneaker buying game. You can get stuff on there that's not available anywhere else. And so that's why, you know, I think StockX is one of the best places to buy shoes, because it's, you know, 100% guaranteed and you know that you're getting a good deal every single time. So if you're looking to buy Jordans, Yeezys, Nikes, Adidas, whatever it is, you're knowing that you're getting the authentic sneakers that you're paying for, and you're not dropping $300, $400 on something that's fake and you know, just kind of shipped out of China super cheaply, right? So what I highly recommend is if you're buying kicks, go to StockX and ensure that you're getting the legitimate ones. All right, again, I got to give a huge shout out to the Band app. You know, they wanted me to put this video together for you, and at the end of the day, they're all about helping groups, and so they wanted to help you guys as well. And that's why they were cool enough to say, hey, yeah, add some other apps in there that are going to help other hoopers out, because we want to see your audience succeed as much as possible. So first and foremost, shouts to the Band app, 100% free, best way to group communicate out there. And all you got to do is click the top link in the description down below to download for free, and it's free for life. So start communicating, get your team together, and start using it now. All right, again, I'm Coach Colin Castell with Shotmechanics Basketball. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, splash on.